Hello fellow Dojin connoisseurs. Today we're going to be talking about Cursed Hollow in 3 capacities. Number 1, how to use tributes. Number 2, how to use those tributes to open up a boss lane. And number 3, how to abuse that boss to then end the game, potentially very early, or at least net yourself a keep. Now, one of the things we're going to be focusing on in this video is where the tributes spawn. And for a little bit of understanding, basically our tributes are never going to spawn in the same vertical column twice, and it's never going to spawn twice on the same side of the map, top or bottom. Now, if you can keep those rules in your head, it's generally easy for you to predict which tribute is going to be the safe side tribute, so the easy one for you to protect, either here or way over here, which one is going to be the aggressive side tribute, so the hard one for you to get because the enemy positioning is going to be so easy for them and so difficult for you, and the relatively neutral tribute that's just going to sit in the middle over here and the middle over here. Now we can see the first tribute of the game is going to be the bottom side center, and what you're going to notice is we're not actually able to play for this tribute because our composition is quite weak pre-10. We have an Illidan, we have a Genji, we have a Brightwing, and a Hogger. We're very ultimate dependent to find our kills. What I'm going to do on the Tyrael on the relatively early game is I'm going to play with this Illidan and take out this front wall. This is very relevant because these side lanes are where the bosses will pressure into. So any damage you can apply to side lanes is incredibly imperative for making that boss more and more powerful should you be able to take it. Now, like I said, we're going to lose this first tribute out pretty quickly right here. Our composition is not that powerful right now. Our Genji is going to fall over there, and they're going to find an easy cap with their Nova, who the rest of us have effectively been zoned off of the tribute. We're going to find a counter kill over here onto the Stukov plus the enemy Nova, but it's not going to mean too much besides a little bit of EXP going our way, which you can see over here at the top corner. Our Illidan has been soaking the top lane this entire tribute while the enemy team has been dropping wave after wave after wave. So we are actually able to net a very healthy EXP advantage leading into the second of 3 tributes. Now this second tribute is on the enemy safe side. This is an incredibly difficult tribute for any right side team to cap unless you kill 4 to 5 heroes. Because if even one hero is alive with a long distance spell, they can simply lob them from over here from right adjacent to their gate, and it's relatively easy for them to stall this out. Now effectively we're just going to lose this fight, so don't worry about it too much, but it is worth noting we had an advantage in that the middle gate was down, which means the enemy's distance to safety from here to here is a little bit longer. Now the next important thing for you to note is that we're going to pressure the bottom lane as heavily as we possibly can once we reach level 10. We're going to get the Hunt Judgment, and we're going to also get the Dragon Blade to finish off the Stukov, and we're going to clean up relatively quickly here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to find ourselves rotating to our safe side tribute. So this is our easy to defend tribute because it's such aggressive positioning for the enemy team. We're going to find a quick finish onto the enemy Nova, and then I'm going to back off after an extended protracted fight, and I'm going to take this tribute. Meanwhile, in bot lane, you can see our siege giants have pushed all the way up, and we've knocked out this entire fort, ensuring that this boss, should we be able to cap it, is going to get tremendous value in the bottom lane. Now, it's very important to note we have 2 tributes left till our curse. If we can time that 3rd curse with this boss, we can potentially end the game incredibly quickly, as you're about to see here. This 3rd tribute fight up here is pretty simple for us. Again, we have a 13 talent tier advantage, so we have a very significant power spike over our opponents. We're simply going to run it down at them, hunt onto the Hanzo. He's going to jump over the wall and evaporate because we have so many ways to chase him over that wall. We're going to find some easy, quick, clean kills, and then we're going to find our tribute right here. Lovely. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to frantically ping for us to take this boss, and my team is eventually going to arrive at the boss, and we are going to start it. Now you can see our opponents are having to deal with the fact that our first boss was pushing in the top lane, so their rotation over to this boss is very slow. Our Hogger is going to create a little bit of space, and then we're going to take a skirmish on the Bruiser camp, but the important thing to note is that this boss is now pushing, and we are about to hit the curse. Now the curse is going to come in momentarily right here, and it's going to ensure that this half HP boss is able to beat through this entire keep, and this is where I frantically ping my team. Let's end, because we have an Illidan on core, we have a Genji on core, we have fantastic anti-core damage, and we have an easy way to stick with this massive minion wave, each one of these minions dealing triple damage to structures, in addition to the fact that the boss is so tanky here when the buildings aren't able to chunk him first. And we managed to find ourselves a quick, easy, clean kill on Cursed Hollow. So the things for you to take away from this are as follows. Number 1, you want to set up in one of the side lanes and prioritize that lane very heavily to make sure you're knocking out the early structures as fast as possible. Number 2, you want to generally time your siege camp so that it is pushing when there is a curse on the opposite side of the map, so that the enemy team is on the opposite side of the map while the giants are pushing, so that the giants get some value. Third thing you want to note is that you want to pressure the boss in that same lane and open up towers if possible. And the fourth thing is to time the boss with that 3rd curse tribute, and if you can make all these conditions meet, then you can end the game as quick as 12:25. I've seen it done in 5 and 8 minutes as well, although that is exceedingly more difficult. This is a little bit more practical than that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and learned something. If you did, feel free to check out the Patreon, where you can find videos like this every couple of days and get them 2 weeks earlier than you will find them on YouTube. Otherwise, take care folks, stay safe, and we will see you in the Nexus.